Previously in X-Men. While Wolverine prepares to take an extended leave from the team to resolve matters in his own ongoing solo series, Dazzler peers into possible futures through the mysterious and magical Siege Perilous. Don't forget that name, Siege Perilous. Sebastian Shaw of the Hellfire Club attempts to maneuver Senator Robert Kelly into greenlighting a new, more deadly Sentinel project. Nimrod, well in his human guise, has merged with the wrecked remains of Master Mold, the Sentinel capable of creating Mark I mutant exterminating robots, and has engaged in battle with Rogue and Psylocke in New York City. I am Jason Lapidus.
I'm Chris Anakin.
And we are a group of 7 comics. Welcome to episode 188 of our ongoing read-through of the X-Men comics that became classic as we read Uncanny X-Men 247 by Chris Claremont, Marc Silvestri, Dan Green, cover date of August 1989. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Excited to talk about this one. Lots of action, lots of things that I've got question marks on. There's so much going on.
Yeah, things are happening, and there's some fun X-Men stuff to talk about this week.
Yeah,
that's even outside of this comic, which is a nice thing. Let's say hello to everyone in the chat quickly. Michael, hello everyone, and how are you, Michael? Ali, welcome back. Happy Tuesday, all you awesome nerds. She says, question for the hosts in chat: how old do each of you think Rogue is in this issue? She is 400 years old.
At least.
Good question. I imagine, and this is open obviously to everybody. Ali continues saying, ages are imprecise in comics and time doesn't move like in the real world, so there is no wrong answer. I'm just curious what everyone's existing assumptions are. Mass, how are you doing? Evening to you too. Chris, I always imagine she's, maybe 18 when she joins the Masters of Evil. Mystique kind of
Brotherhood.
Sorry, thank you. The Brotherhood of Evil, soon to be retitled as Freedom Force. I think she's about, maybe, I don't know, imagine like a young adult when she joins them, and then maybe within about 3 years hops over to the X-Men. So I imagine she's in her mid-20s.
Yeah, that tracks, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I've always... I don't even know. I don't know what I thought as a kid. I don't think I ever thought they were teenagers. But,
Yeah, that's a funny... Michael's got a funny... yeah, I have her older than Kitty, but younger than the rest of the team. Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah.
Always older than Kitty.
Yeah.
But yes.
I would also have her just a little older than Rachel, too.
Yeah, because Rachel had that late teen kind of vibe, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Fun.
But I've never thought of Rogue as a teenager. I always thought of her as like a... Yeah, young person in their 20s.
Yeah, she even, like, if you just go back to her first appearance, she has a world weariness about, like, she's already cynical. She's got a chip on her shoulder. She's already kind of cynical, so I always sort of put her in.
She's like, going into the Pentagon and stuff. I don't know. It just feels like she's, yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with I agree with Ali just the inspiration for the question, because their ages seem to really fluctuate with how they're drawn by different artists, and then they are really malleable. So I think it's always worth asking and worth doing a check. And when it doesn't, when it clashes with your preconception, I think it's totally valid to wonder those kinds of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's at least my point of view.
Here, okay. And I'm going to throw something out here now. So as we, and maybe we'll connect this to things, but as we anticipate, the live action debut in the MCU of the X-Men team, not just the one-off kind of things, we have never seen an adult Rogue, right? We've seen...
Sure.
Like Anna Paquin playing Rogue was a teenager. It was the Jubilee, was the Kitty, was the young person at the school.
Yeah.
But we've never seen an adult Rogue with that power set either, have we?
No, they've never had.
We've seen the absorption,
right?
We've seen but not like a Captain Marvel power.
Right.
You know, going totally.
It's even a little trickier to sort of try that now, given that
Right.
Captain Marvel's power set in the movies has a visual.
Captain Power?
It has a visual quality to it.
Sure. Did I say Captain Power?
No, I maybe I don't think
know.
so.
And then I'm like, then I heard you say Captain Marvel. I'm like, wait a minute, did I just say Captain Power? Like that weird VR TV Captain Power?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Right. All right.
Really human.
All to say.
Yeah, I mean Captain Marvel's power
Yes.
and Miss Marvel's power, like you know, both of them have a particular like energy quality to them.
Yes.
That they both did not have in their versions in the comic.
Right.
So it would, if let's say they try to make it so Rogue has some sort of Carol Danvers absorption thing,
right.
It totally changes the way that Rogue is now rendered and perceived and portrayed, I guess is the best word for it. So hey man, Marvel at their best has surprised and you know, made a believer out of me in all sorts of situations where I didn't think the thing would work.
Right.
And then they have over and over again. So I'm definitely not throwing stones at anything. Like, let's see what they do. Who knows? Yeah. I wonder if they'll go the angle of having Rogue powered up. Because it's neat on the team to have a flyer.
Yes.
That isn't wind based.
Yeah.
Like I like them having, you know, 2 flyers and also 2 strong characters with Colossus Rogue. Like I like that. It gives them a neat dynamic.
She kind of strikes me, if I was going to compare characters in the current in the MCU as we know it, as a power set, without like Thor without the hammer, in the sense where like brawler, strong, he kind of flies ish with the hammer or with the whatever, right? But that kind of like I could see that kind of like just like big and tough.
Bastion stuff.
Bastion. Thank you. Just Bastion stuff. Yeah.
So I put in the thumbnail here that Rogue is leaving.
Right.
So maybe let's just say spoilers. It's kind of interesting. You know, you and I have both, I think, grown to really like Rogue, especially in the sort of late 100s of the X-Men. At the end of Paul Smith's run and into John Romita Jr., we started to really like certain things about the character. And she's had some cool moments for sure in the last 50 issues. But I'm going to just spoil. Sorry for anyone who doesn't want to know. This is a comic from 1989. I know we don't usually say what's going to happen ahead of time, but Rogue is going to go through that Siege Perilous. She's going in. And I'm going to tell you now, Chris, we're not seeing her for more than 20 issues after this. Like, Rogue is leaving the book.
That's wild.
So when I think of that, I can't read this issue now without, I really don't usually do this when we do the show. We usually talk about that after. Yeah. But I can't read this issue at all, separating myself from what I already know is coming, because it makes it more interesting to me to like reflect on her as a teammate and with the way things play out. There's like her exit is not nothing. It's as significant, truly, in comic book terms, and I mean significant not by the power of the character or the status of the character, but in the commitment from Claremont. It's as meaningful, like as Batman exiting his series dead from Grant Morrison, spoilers, or Superman getting killed and like being gone for a year. Like, it's a commitment. It just doesn't impact 5 or 6 titles or 8 titles for a company. It impacts kind of 1. But Rogue's a mainstay, and this is like a version of death for this character, and it's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. And you've been exposed to Savage Land Rogue in animated form as well as the action figure. I think you saw probably a picture. So we know she is going to come back in a version down the road. But let's just take a look here what Allie's saying. Sorry, I keep banging my ring against my desk, making some good noise. Allie says, I read an article today that had the last 45 years in comics representing about 10 years. So had Kitty as 23, 24, but then aging Magneto as 100. because he was a kid during the Holocaust, and that doesn't jive for me. Let's get back to that in a second. And that's the last thing I'll say about ages until we get into the issue that Jason is referencing now. Ali, you can say whatever you want. Oh, you know that. So let's talk about this one for a minute. There is Magneto has 100. Kid during the Holocaust. So Holocaust, kind of starts with 38, 39. So putting him as, pubescent
12?
Around that time.
Yeah.
So has him born kind of, right about now, 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons a lot of people want to see a different iteration of Magneto. And this isn't criticism, it's just conversation about different people's points of view. Claremont did such a good job, in my opinion, of anchoring his interpretation of Magneto. Again, not the mustache-twirling villain of the 60s, but a nuanced, Bronze Age into modern age of comics villain with pathos, like having some motivation for the way he is. And then he anchors that character with trauma from a particular moment in history, given the Holocaust around World War II. So when you continue to move the comics forward, so with Captain America, it's easy. You just leave him frozen longer.
Right.
You thaw him in 2011, instead of thawing him in 1964. With Magneto, at some point, do you just change his origin, his ethnicity, or somehow something to do with his story to still get that core, like that thing that Claremont made the character better in every way, giving him, like, he's now equal to Professor X, but before he wasn't. He was just another villain that had led an evil team. He wasn't a man with a dream and trying to lead it in a way that was flawed, morally flawed. But like Claremont really makes him into a great, great character, as does other people adding to that. But like, maybe do you move his origin? Do you tie him to a different point in time? Do you do some sort of suspended animation piece on him where he's like Dr. Evil style in his asteroid for all those years in suspended animation and then revived to keep him anchored to the 30s and 40s? Like, I don't know if there's a right answer. So I'm open-minded to see what happens. But the last thing I'll say about his age is don't forget he was de-aged at some point.
Yes, he was de-aged.
Eric the Red, I think, de-ages him.
To a baby?
So he's goes back to being an infant, and then they kind of grow him back to his prime, I guess. But with the white hair, it's always a little confusing. He reads as older. So it's complicated. But I get when we have him and Rogue, if you're thinking about that sort of dynamic from X-Men 97, where they are a couple before she joins the X-Men. It gets interesting to think about appropriateness and age and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm going to read Ali's comments here. Ali says, I love Chris Claremont's backstory for Magneto and fleshing out the character. I never thought of anchoring his age to a real historic event was a problem until seeing how seriously people take it now in 2025. Yeah. Michael says, isn't Magneto de-aged at some point by the Stranger? Is it the Stranger? Okay, there you go. Not that helps make sense of anything. Ali says, I don't think take away his backstory. I think people need to suspend their disbelief about fictional stories. The article also had Professor X the same age as Magneto. That's a good point for them to have their history kind of, Professor X is walking through, he meets Magneto kind of on a humanitarian aid.
Well, that's how they played it in the 90s animated series, right? Was that...
And in the Byrne comics, too.
Right, was that Magneto and Xavier meet in a conflict zone.
With
nondescript conflict zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Somewhere sunny, because Xavier's wearing that fedora.
Sure.
He's wearing white linen suit and fedora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too hot. I don't divulge information about that client's secret illegal account.
Yes, it was all very interesting stuff. Hey, click like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for everyone who's been supporting us along the way. Let's keep going. We really appreciate it.
Keep it up.
As well, of course, you can support us by picking up our books from group-of-7comics.ca. You can pick up Group of Seven, A Most Secret Tale, and Peregrine's Flight, Speeds, and Fisticuffs, both available in print and digital formats, written by Chris Sanigan, illustrated by yours truly. Yeah, thanks for your support on that, too. That's awesome. More to come. Second show every second Saturday morning. I think it's these days. That's how I'm going to go every second Saturday because it's a lot. It's more work than I want to do. Check out our second show called Leveling Up, where each episode I take a look at a different comic in my collection and see how it can help me level up my cartooning and my comic making game. And this week's episode, you ever seen Wednesday Comics?
Wednesday Comics.
Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, show me.
So in 2009, DC put out this.
What?
A newspaper broadsheet. A newspaper broadsheet every week, and each page is another comic with another creative team.
Wow.
So you get like Batman. Sorry, it's hard to do backwards. Batman on page 1. Commandy.
Oh, sure.
Superman. And the creative teams are amazing, and they all look different.
How long?
But there were, I think, 12 copies,
okay.
12 weeks of that. Hold on, this is gonna work. And then, did
they collect them in the
end? Yes. Most recently, put out this beautiful hardcover.
Okay.
Wednesday Comics. Pick up at your local comic book store. I'm sure the Dragon either can order it for you or has it, and it's not printed on newsprint. It's printed on like beautiful white. So the creative teams that didn't really know how to prepare for newsprint colors and how muddy it gets, their work is considerably cleaned up in this format. It's beautiful. So I'm looking at mostly the Batman stuff in this and talking about what I can learn about making better comics.
Which creative teams are doing Batman in that?
Azzarello and Rizzo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like it's just a good detective story. Very film noir.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's cool. It's very cool.
Very cool.
Back to this. So that's Saturday morning. The next one will come out. Here's a couple pages from this new issue. Do you want to talk for a minute about what came out at New York Comic Con?
Well, I don't know much. I think you know more than I do. So why don't you?
Chris. That's life, bro.
It is life. All the subjects in life. I come to you for questions that, so many questions.
Papa Jason.
Mm-hmm. Sit on my knee, dear boy.
So New York Comic Con was this weekend, and a couple awesome things related to X-Men were revealed at the event. Most notably, a Marvel Legends. I didn't get pictures for this. Check out Toying Around's live stream from Thursday night. He posted pictures in that chat. And on Toying Around's Insta, there's some good photos too. There's a new, it's a pre-order, made to order. That's the word I'm looking for. Not a crowdfund, not a HasLab, just a made to order 12-inch, foot long, right? Animated style Apocalypse figure.
Oh.
It'll run about 120 US. And it's that purple and blue big boy version
of
Apocalypse. When he gets huge and it comes with a ton of accessories. If a person is so inclined toward that version of things animated, it's like awesome as a centerpiece of a collection of all the X-Men fighting. Sure. Keeping in mind that the Sentinel from Hasbro, Marvel Legends, is like 22 inches. So still 10 inches taller. It's like massive, but this one looks really, really good. Animated in style, like figures like so. Yeah. Ripped right out of the cartoon. looks really, really, really good. So nice to see. There, of course, is a Apocalypse already, but in the comic style, but in the cartoon colors.
Oh.
So it's a weird. They took a pre-existing mold mostly, and they did like the cartoon colors on it, and it's great on the purple retro card. I have that one already. That's good for me. I'm.
You're good with regular size Apocalypse.
He's already a big beefy figure.
Beefcake Apocalypse.
Yeah, I've never really connected to Apocalypse as a villain. The idea that like no one would. It used to be back when I was a kid. They would introduce a villain, tell you what his power set is, his or her power set, and then like you know what you're up against. You can't just keep changing the powers and adding, every issue. And it seems with Apocalypse and Mr. Sinister, they're limitless. Like there is no contained. Like you don't know what they are, what they can do. So their threat just seems to be like the universe. So I had trouble. They're not grounded enough for young Jason here when I was a kid for me to connect to. But I do like Apocalypse as this sort of Darth Vader type, big metallic or armored, I should say, kind of villain with that voice and who knows what, mysterious. But with Vader, like we get it. The Force, sure, okay, fine. Yeah. Anyway, there's that, and then they also had a good teaser for X-Men 97 season 2, which is coming out, as they said, next year. And did you watch the handheld footage of? I'm sure that'll come online soon, but the handheld, someone's iPhone footage. They show the trailer, and they do that whole thing where they show it small on footage from the original series, and they like expand it out and show you what's coming in season 2. And it's not a lot of particular no scenes, but a lot of images and like little moments that you're going to see in the upcoming season. And it looks like it's everything we want it to be.
Okay.
So Apocalypse across the ages, across 3 different times. Lots of members joining. Who was it who's looking for them? Bishop is like reassembling a new team.
I did
to find the X-Men.
Did I see X Factor in there?
There's
Polaris X Factor in there.
Yeah, the crazy version of X Factor that was in the comics in the 90s to parallel the X-Men. That, by the way, was in the original.
Yes, they show up in an episode. Yeah.
So they're going to make an appearance, which is cool. We saw some Colossus.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Colossus is there. Wolverine strikes the pose from the cover of #1 and of Wolverine #1 with the claws up, like going like that. So they had a little homage to that cool moment. Al, you say here, and you hear Deathbit confirmed. Who's Deathbit? I'm interested. Do you mean Deathbird? But why would you hear a Deathbird? I don't know. Anyway. Guido and Jamie, but no Maximoff twin, so that was weird. Right, so Strong Guy's there, and you see Madrox there, which is cool. I'm really hoping... Oh, Gambit as Death. You guys call him Deathbit. Got you. Understood. They definitely leaned into that moment again with Apocalypse picking up the playing card and talking about the Death. Thank you for dumbing it down for me. I needed that. Deathbit. What else did they show? It's just the moments from the show, just like stuff.
Okay. And when is it expected to be released?
I don't know. I'm imagining February, March.
When did we get it last year? January?
February? March.
Okay.
I don't know. This isn't supposed to be a news show, man. Come on. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to throw that in there because it was neat to see and hear the music again, and just know that and those months come up quickly, so it comes so fast. So we'll get that show again and be able to include that as part of our weekly. Was like diving into
just like
quick recap. That was tons of fun last year. I really enjoyed doing that. I did open up this figure, by the way.
Okay.
These claws are so flimsy; they fall out constantly. I almost wish I didn't get this one, but because I have so many unmasked civilian Wolverines. And they did not do it's pinned knees still. It's the same legs that I've had on this figure for a million years. So, it's cool, but the claws want to fall out. But I do have a new one. If there's time at the end, open this one up.
Ooh.
It's a really nice brand new Mystique on a new body. A really cool, like black.
Yeah, what's the
Jean Grey?
Okay, yeah,
it looks kind of like that. Like a.
I also like the assault rifles.
What's that?
I like the assault rifles.
Oh yeah,
she's
super cool. Super cool. I'm into that. But we can. A couple pages from this are online from this issue, and I dig Silvestri and Green so much. Like these pages look beautiful. Fun to see how they look so different. In that the way they've been maintained over the decades. You can see with the page on the right that a non-archival material like rubber cement. Do you call it rubber cement in your field? Is that how it's referred?
No.
So it is an adhesive that you apply with a brush that comes in a jar that is carcinogenic. And when it dries, you can kind of peel it off of photographs or things like that. I imagine we used to use it when we would develop film or we would tint photographs, but you would apply it like over a photo and then apply a tint, and the area that it covered would not get that tint on it. I'm sure you've come across it, at least the concept of it in your field. But anyway, the brown of all of the word balloons and stuff, that means it was pasted up.
Right.
And the glue would often uses something called rubber cement. But that paper is really brown. It's very possible it was in someone's collection who was a smoker. Or it was just getting a lot of air and, exposed to the elements. But the artwork looks so good. Like he's so good at creating these composing these scenes, and him and Dan Green, like these textures and atmospheric distortion and crap, like dust in the air. The one on the left, the only parts that are pasted up are, I think, the material at the very bottom. Like the credits are pasted on, and the indicia is pasted on. I'm not sure if anything else is. Anyway, very cool. Michael says, X-Men 97 started in March of 2024. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
All right.
We had just returned from Angoulême.
That's crazy.
That is a long time.
I think we should go back.
I think we're going to go back.
Really? You think so?
Oh, I know so.
All right.
All right.
You know some things I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I know some things about some things.
Yeah, you are. Corner Box, Weird, Wolverine by Arthur Adams.
Yes.
Colossus by Arthur Adams. The other two by Arthur Adams. These are 4 characters. This is from an annual with the High Evolutionary.
Yeah.
When they're all it's from that, but they're pasted in an odd way.
They are strange in an odd way. Yeah.
They've been rearranged. Do you like this cover?
I like the colors of the cover. I am a fan of the purple and the purples and the magentas and things. I think the cover image is okay.
I like that airflow, man.
There's a lot of energy there.
Yeah, I feel the movement. Master Mold's going to eat her.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm feeling it. All right, let's get into this. Okay. But let's not get distracted by any video game ads, okay?
Wait! Okay.
You played this one?
I think... Ooh, no, I don't know if I did.
I did. It was awesome.
I definitely played a few. I don't know if I played this one.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
On the lower west side of Manhattan, the Super Sentinel Master Mold is about to deliver a death blow to the X-Man Rogue when literally out of nowhere, the light that failed. A Stanley presentation starring the Uncanny X-Men, Chris Claremont, writer Marc Silvestri, penciler Dan Green, inker Tom Orzechowski. Thank goodness you're back on letters. Glynis Oliver, as always, on colors. Bob Harris, editor. Tom DeFalco, foreman. Yeah, I mean, it's not a construction site. I get it. I do find this creative team, well, particularly Marc Silvestri and Dan Green, are so good at creating the dust and debris and the organic environment for Master Mold, where it's not about hiding his feet. It's just about creating that idea that there are 3 dimensions. The characters are existing in space. So you'll notice the whole time we're reading Master Mold's battle, like you don't really ever get oriented with what's around the construction site. But it doesn't seem to matter. He just uses the page really well to create like interesting looking little moments.
Totally.
This is super cool.
It's a great splash page.
Yeah.
It's a great splash.
Skazam.
Alarm. 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 This unit under attack by 3 distinct forms of directed energy beams, initiating damage control and threat analysis.
Thank heaven you heard my sigh call.
Impossible not to, Psylocke. That was some telepathic shout. And you've Gateway to thank for teleporting us here in time.
Is our foe a robot?
Check out those beady big eyes, boss. And the basic design configuration. Looks awfully like a sentinel. Will we never be free of these metal monsters?
What is a sentinel?
Robot hunter killers, long shot. Programmed to exterminate mutant kind. Alarm. Scanning systems. Major dysfunction. Unable to complete combat analysis and response. Continuing ongoing synthesis of Prime Unit Master Mold and Subordinate Sentinel Identicodefaxed Nimrod. Host Unit Nimrod resisting systems integration. This unit unable to establish positive contact with hostile bioforms.
Neat to see the creative team try to do a weird pixelated, like infrared.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they didn't have a filter they could just put on to pixelate. This is conceived of in the minds of these guys. I
thought this was cool.
It works.
Yeah, it does. For sure.
It looks really archaic, but it also really works.
Yeah, it does.
Why is he just sitting there? Is he dead, Colossus? Did we kill him?
Fate Tovarish would not be so kind. Of course.
I think that is actually Storm.
You're right. I'm reading that's
Storm. Part of his armor.
Yeah, that's right.
I do love the way, like, the texture of his armor, like those pen lines, just creating these little divots and textures, and so I think they draw really, really well, these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he is a robot X-Men, and we are invisible to all forms of electronic detection. The Sentinel cannot attack what he cannot see. As far as his sensors are concerned, he is being struck down by thin air. I don't know, Storm. That same cloak would have hid Rogue. But the robot found her easily.
Sucker probably just got lucky.
Carol?
Not hardly, sugar. Robot rung her chimes real good. She's KO'd. I'm back in charge of my body now. Please, whoever you are, my wife needs help. Shoot, Psylocke, you see this rag she got me wearing? Woman has no taste at all.
Just for those who did not get to watch last episode, or sorry, 2 episodes ago.
Right.
Carol Danvers had her old suit like in a bag, I guess, and put it on when she needed to do some adventuring, because Carol Danvers was in command of Rogue's body at the time. Not Rogue's choice, but there you go.
Hey, look at that top panel, by the way. And how much that Colossus pose, there's a lot of Mignola in there.
Oh yeah.
Right? Just the width of the shoulders and the size of the chest, the torso.
Like that trunk is so wide.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like it could come right out of Cosmic Odyssey.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm Senator Robert Kelly. Please, Sharon was trying to help your friend. Please, the robot blew up our car.
I'm sorry. I can ease her passing. so that it is quick and without pain. Beyond that, nothing.
You're a mutant. You have powers. There must be something, please. I beg you.
She is dying, Senator. I cannot save her.
Curse you!
Now, do you think he gives her a shove or a back slap? Like a backhanded slap?
I mean, I mean, do you think he could get one off on Psylocke? You know, like a back slap? You know?
I find the whole thing weird. I wonder if this
there's
was
a lot of energy because there's energy lines. Yeah.
Like maybe, she wants to, touch Sharon and ease her passing, and he's pushing her away. And I wonder if that's what Silvestri's drawing, that idea that shoving her back, so don't touch my wife.
Right. That's whatever. My wife.
But the idea like, you won't help me, I'm gonna shove you. That I don't find those to be connected. Those two ideas are really weird. I bet you Silvestri is
a hate on for mutants, though, right? He's got a hate.
Yeah, that would be cool. Ali says, based on that top panel, could we get a Colossus Marvel Legends figure to scale? That would be one giant Colossus. And
big boy.
They did make a Marvel Select one that is kind of too big for X-Men.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a really, really big figure. And I'm cool. They want to give us different Colossus in different shapes and sizes. Sure, man. I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
Bubble bubble.
Yeah, second page, second video game ad. Now this is Nimrod, right? This is like
it should be
robots.
It should be in pink, but
fulfillment of Prime Directive. Mandate this unit's survival until manifestation of appropriate countermeasures to foes' cloaking field. This unit cannot effectively combat them. Unfortunately, Robot, we are not about to give you that chance.
Spying.
Now he's immobilized. We don't want him hurting anybody. Alarm. Upper right quadrant extremity severed by laser beam. Tracking for source. No contact. Unable to acquire target for retaliation. Crying shame, Ugly. You and your sentinel kind have caused mutants a lot of misery over the years. Long past time we paid you back. With interest. Feels so good to cut loose without having to worry about holding back.
So, I love the way that this team, including Glynis Oliver, creates the impression of atmosphere. Like, it is so thick. Like, those lines, just those ink lines painted across or drawn across, do such a good job of making his back leg look further back than his front leg. Like, it is great technique. Really, really good. And, again, that Colossus being in mostly shadow, and then the dusty legs, Mignola.
Totally.
So Mignola. That's like the way he inks.
Totally. And I like the surgical nature of their strikes, too.
Yeah. I mean, these three characters in this style are such powerhouses.
Absolutely. And the third video game ad. It's every page.
Oh, this is a phone number.
Hold on a second. Someone's making cereal. Just make the cereal.
I'm going.
Make the cereal.
Hey, I got a guy in my house.
Yeah.
Who shows up around 11:30 or midnight every night.
Sure.
And pours a giant glass of milk. Hold on. There, I muted your mic. Pours a giant glass of milk or bowl of cereal. And he comes down. I call him Milkman, and I try and get pictures of him every time because he's like a secret elf that comes down and makes a mess. All right, let's see. I unmuted you.
Oh, you unmuted me? Oh, well,
now you're unmuted.
Swearing that I'm just it's funny. It's funny how quiet he's trying to be, and yet failing at every potential. You're like, I'm so quiet. I don't need to play the drums right now. I'm like, what are you doing right now?
Hey, Harry, what kind of cereal are you having?
I don't know.
I know what you're having. You're having it's not cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh wait, it's like a knockoff.
It's from Trader Joe's. It's like Trader Joe's cinnamon toast crunch. Which for all our American friends that we can't get in Canada, we brought across the border a year ago or so.
It's really stale.
It's really stale. Yeah, I bet it is. Okay, go eat it elsewhere.
Yeah, he's eating right there. What a guy!
What a guy, eh?
What a guy!
What a guy!
He's my favorite by far. Oh my gosh!
Good times.
Yeah. All right.
If Fest Bill Special Storm.
My variation, Colossus, using a hurricane force wind to hurl you on your way. Like, that's an awesome idea too. Turn him into a missile.
Yeah, it's great. I was thinking of I was watching, I don't know why I was watching this, like clip from Incredibles where when they take down that final robot and they use like the claw that like goes through the armor and takes out the armor. It's really great. Similar to this. The impact breached the robot's armor. Before it can recover, I must tear apart as many of its systems as I can grab hold of.
Colossus.
Psylocke calling me telepathically.
And that's also so cool that they can put her butterfly over someone else's eyes. It's a really great way to communicate what's going on.
It is. I've loved it. I've loved it since day one, since it was introduced.
Do you see blood on his chest?
Yes, I do.
Do you think it's supposed to be like oil from...
yeah, I think because look at him tear apart the oil right beside him, right?
Yeah, it looks weird though when you isolate that panel on its own. It reads as that he is cut.
Yeah.
Get away from there at once. Leave a clear field for a fire for Storm.
On my way.
My lightning should finish this. They just tear this guy to shit.
They do.
And comic is over.
Right. Surgical too, right? I love it. Like all their attacks mean something and like have purpose. It's great.
Yes.
Talk about short and sweet. You will hear no complaints from me, comrade, on that score. Hey, we X-Men bad or what? Master Mold was Bolivar Trask's original Sentinel Matrix, supposedly destroyed by the original X-Men.
That's way back in X-Men 16.
Wow.
He's been on many other. He's been in many other comics since then. Mm-hmm. Most recently to this, he battled Power Pack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Power Pack also rip him apart?
They destroyed him.
Okay.
But his, his brain unit.
Right.
Persisted.
Of course. Old baddies are like us, sugar. They never die. This one, he had a royal bug about a bunch of mutants he called the 12? Give you a big guess who that refers to.
Us, you mean, Allison? But why? The world believes us X-Men to be dead. Hey, by the way, do you remember hearing him talk about the 12 last issue?
Hey, has anyone talked about the 12 recently? Or what is the 12?
I don't know anything about the 12.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You saw for yourselves how much difficulty he had battling us. Yet, when we arrived, he was about to fire on Rogue. I think that's now Long Shot?
I think so. Except he's got a lot of Boss, and maybe it's
Havoc.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, because at the end you see it. Wow, this is a tough one. Details, boss. The merest bag of shells. It's over. He's junk. We won. About time, too. The critter couldn't have been shooting blind, boss. Unless, of course, we maybe ain't as invisible as we like to think. Ever the optimist, eh, Rogue?
There may be something to what Rogue says, Dazzler.
Oh. Yeah.
It's gone now, but throughout the battle, I thought I perceived the ghost. Wrong again. This is Betsy.
Oh yeah.
There may be something to what Rogue says, Dazzler. It's gone now, but throughout the battle, I thought I perceived the ghost image of a living awareness within the robot.
Whatever it was, Bets, it's history. Can't do us a bit of harm. Hey, Longshot. Why the blooms, cutie?
I wasn't too much help to you against the robot. I guess I feel sort of useless.
He's self-actualized his uselessness.
Yeah. And
Finally.
This would be a great thing to have him realize after his first battle.
Right, and then just like walks off. Just leaves.
Or this is a thing you play with.
Right.
Each time that it either moves him closer or further away from, his realization, and maybe he takes on a different role, like him and Betsy perch somewhere out of harm's way and direct traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Like they start to
literal traffic.
They start to become Overwatch. You know what I mean?
No. I was thinking he just like finds something useful to like direct traffic.
Well, like Betsy it turns into the communication system, and Longshot becomes a sniper, and does little things to aid from a higher perch. Anyway, let's keep going.
Some scraps are going to be like that, hun. You're right. You are useless. Your luck and acrobatic skills and bird bones aren't much use against a giant, super juiced robot. Neither is Psylocke's telepathy. This caper is strictly for the heavy mob. But next time it could be sneaks and stealth that win the day. That's why we're a team, silly goose, to balance each other out.
Suppose a piece doesn't fit.
But you do, so there's no problem.
But do I?
Exactly. Rogue, that is a new costume. It's old, Petey, positively antique, like the woman it belonged to. I like it. Spoken like a man with no taste. Give me a break, guys. It ain't mine, ain't my style. And soon as I can find a trash can, it's gone.
Perhaps we should be as well, Storm. Rogue, that is Carol Danvers' costume. You can't.
Her fault, her price for making me wear it. Ugh.
I sense multiple thought patterns approaching. Police and emergency services, among many others. Is there anything more we can do?
Hate to say it, boss, but in some people's eyes, we've probably already done too much.
Really good panel. Like, that's excellent. Tells you everything.
Yeah. And they each have their own, aside from, you couldn't tell maybe it was Psylocke, but Havoc's got the circle, Storm's got the hair, Longshot has the bandolier, right?
Yeah.
Nice silhouette there.
And just the emotional distance between them and the grieving senator. Like, that's very, very effective.
Mm-hmm.
And again, mission's over. So,
Yep.
See this awesome Arthur Adams Wolverine?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that there was cardboard cutouts of it sometimes, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to remember what this is originally for, but boy, is it ever cool looking.
Very cool looking.
I want to draw that Wolverine. He's so cool. It's just that Paul Smith cover, just iterating over and over and over again through Arthur Adams. Yeah, very neat. Australia. The abandoned outback town that serves as the X-Men's home and secret headquarters. Boring!
Yeah.
I'm so very bored. I feel so totally stupid. Those ladies I followed here were for sure the most radical things walking, But this town is the ultimate dud. Middle of nowhere and looks it. Can't sit around playing with my fireworks all night. Gotta be something else to do. Bar's open. Nobody's around. Who's to even know, much less stop me? Totally spazzed. Boozing myself, stinking sick. Ain't that the fun way to pass my time? So what then? Way everybody rushed out of here must have been some real emergency, Wonder where they went. Hey-oh! I could always go, exploring. Big thrill. Geez, I hope they don't believe in booby traps. Utterly uncool. This is a great character, by the way.
This is the one you want to know more about right away.
This is a character that I'm totally vibing with.
This is a character you wish had her own series, right now.
Or how about we just rearrange the X-Men to fit her? Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, no faster way to get me at 14 to stop reading X-Men than to have a character just do this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nice place. If you're into totally pale, wonder how come everything's like totally shabby outside. Designer showcase inside. Don't these people have any house pride? Or maybe they figure town looks mondo dumpo. Okay, I gotta stop there. The other day, I had a mondo dumpo.
Oh, jeez. The other day, I went to a place called the Schnitzel Shack.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think a character like this is inherently bad. I think the way she's being written by, a 40-year-old man this is atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, nobody speaks like this. And yeah, it's time to have, if you're going to have a character speak in mall slang, maybe you got to spend some time in the California mall. Or maybe they figure the town looks mondo dumpo. It won't attract any attention. Can we make a band called Mondo Dumpo?
Mondo Dumpo, sure, but it's got to be like a cover band of another band.
Right. I was passing by. I sure wouldn't come visit. Who's Dazzler? The blonde I saw, I think. Geez, she sang with Leela Cheney? She must be ancient. Music for old fogies, in their 20s at least. Cute guy. At least she's got taste in that department. Okay, I'll bite. Who are the X-Men? I don't get it. The folks I followed here were like all gals. So how come they call themselves X-Men? Unless... Ick! Too totally gross! What is she saying?
That they were men?
They were men.
Yeah.
Holy moly! I don't believe it! Oh. I take back all the nasty thoughts I said, Dazzler. Whoever you are. If I only, swipe one? She's got so many, she'll never notice. I hope. But which one? Princess Jubilee? Totally, radical. All I need is a ball to go to and a prince to impress. Total bummer. Yikes! Old geek on a hill. It's like a mile away, so how come I'm sure he's staring right at me? He's the only one who knows I'm here. Why hasn't he told the others? Aren't they his friends? I don't know his game, don't know theirs. Can't afford to trust any of them. Roll out, Jubilee. Beat feet pronto back to the hidey hole. They catch me, they may do something awful. Like turn me over to the LA, is it LA Youth Authority?
The LA Youth Authority. Yeah.
Too cruel. Better play safe. Lay low till dust. As dust. Lay low as dust till I scope the best way to intro myself. At least I'm not bored anymore. I'm scared stiff.
It's funny. I don't think when we were introduced to Jubilee in that issue, a couple issues back at the mall, she spoke in what Chris Claremont thought how teenagers spoke. But it wasn't this affected with things like there's sayings in here, and they're really trying to delineate between her being a young teenager and people in their 20s or old fogies and that kind of thing. And it's I don't think this is the same voice as it was when she was introduced.
No, the real evidence of that is if you track, statistically, actually tally up how many times in her first appearance she used the phrase Mondo Dumpo.
Mondo Dumpo.
How many times she used it now. They are very different characters, very different interpretations. But clearly, Claremont is pulling from some kind of inspiration. Maybe he recently went to Taco Bell.
Right. Hung out at New York Fries. I don't know.
Yeah, and has his own experiences. So it's neat. We know, looking back in hindsight, we've talked about this already today, the various times that X-Men has used the naive, new character as a way to, for readers to latch onto as they get introduced, whether it's, and we can do this in order, Kitty Pryde, or I guess Rogue for a minute there too. Whether it is Kitty Pryde in the cartoon, the initial Pryde of the X-Men, Jubilee here, Jubilee in X-Men 92. In X-Men 97, they don't. I guess Sunspot is for a minute. He's their naive character introducing to the team, and then of course in the movies, it's Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat to sort of he's setting it up. It's always a female character except for Sunspot, and that was only just for a moment. But yeah, this is like going to be our new kid character. You feel it coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the punch is telegraphed a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
And I do hope by the time you and I finish our read through, I have found something about Jubilee to enjoy, because I like liking the comics more than I like disliking them.
Right.
So I like who Jubilee is on X-Men 97.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like her so much in the original X-Men 92, but this is definitely not vibing with me at 50. It didn't vibe with me at 14 either. But again, let's hope that they win me over. I'll try and keep my heart as open as I can. Michael says it's also harder to swallow Jubilee talking like this all by herself. It worked better in the mall with her group of mall friends. Yeah, I also subscribe to that idea that we don't think as in such an affected manner as we do when we're speaking to a particular social group. So, we all change a little bit. I speak way more hockey, bro, when I'm around the hockey players.
Totally, bro.
So yeah, bro. When I can't wait to get around the hockey guys tomorrow, because I'll tell them about my Mondo Dumbo.
They're gonna love the Mondo Dumbo story.
Mondo Dumbo. Okay. Meanwhile, unaware of their town's newest resident, Storm, right? Senator Kelly has never been a friend to mutant kind.
That's an understatement. He's author of the Mutant Registration Act. Men like him loves nothing better than to see us in camps, like the mutants in Genosha.
Not even he, Havoc, deserves such grief, any more than his wife does to die.
The Morlock healer saved the new ones. Storm could he not?
His powers work solely on other mutants, Peter. And for all Sharon Kelly's courage, she's only human.
Robert.
Shush, darling. Don't try to talk. Save your strength. The ambulance is on its way.
Too late.
Don't say that. You're going to live. You've got to.
It's another.
Nice.
Robert, not destroyed. What?
This is their fault.
Please.
It's no less than they deserve.
I like how Silvestri draws like the parts of this robotic being, but like they look organic in that I see a spinal column.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are drawn to curve like a rib cage. It hints that there is anatomy there.
Mm-hmm.
But things don't look gooey either. So it's a neat way to draw things.
Reconstruction program initiated. Core systems online. Synthesis integration with subordinate host unit Nimrod complete. Sensors now acquiring hostile mutant targets. Cripes, he's on his feet. Guess some bozos have to learn the hard way when they're beat. Attack mode, high intensity fusion plasma. Initiating appropriate countermeasures. Deflective energy shield.
That's cool.
That is very cool.
He reflected your beam attack at us.
It's not like before. He saw it coming. I don't think we're cloaked to him anymore. Help!
Allison, she's falling down the crater.
Can't worry about her now. Spunky got problems of our own. Master Mold is using the materials of this construction site to rebuild himself bigger than ever.
That's crazy. Like he's pulling in Magneto, like pulling in all these bars and things. Like it's crazy.
I thought they did that well. Just again to connect to the movie Days of Future Past, where they fight in the future the Sentinels of that time period.
Yeah,
and how they would get like 2 strikes in, and then the Sentinel would compensate and then put up countermeasures.
Oh yeah,
like that was it. That was it. Like they were done.
That's what Kelly was like talking about with Sebastian Shaw last issue.
And I like that. I liked how you could get the drop on them for a couple of times, and then that was it.
It made them very scary.
Oh, so scary. Analysis of previous combat event indicates powers and strategies employed by prime mutant targets, identifying nomenclature X-Men. Anomaly. Databanks record X-Men as currently deceased. Re-evaluating for possible file error.
Never a dull moment in a Big Apple.
Clear these civilians out of here.
Some movie, I bet.
Yeah, I hear muties are involved.
The Yankee lose. There goes the neighborhood.
Hope they win.
Bet they croak. He's got spikes just like mine. Only his can slice through a building.
That would have been the greatest last final words of Longshot. As he's just, right? Like, he's got spikes just like mine. And it just go right through him.
He's like, he feels totally validated.
Yeah.
As he's cut in half. The longer this takes, clearly the more the Master Mold learns. He is a robot, though. How is it he can perceive us? Worry about that another day. There's much danger here. To innocent bystanders as much as ourselves. Simplest solution is to remove him to where he can do no more immediate harm by sweeping him as far as possible out into the Atlantic.
That's right. Let the fish take care of him.
Barnacles.
That's right. Master Mold has anchored himself to the island's bedrock. That is why Storm's winds are not moving him. Huh? One leg down, monster. One to go. And then you are go.
There is a living consciousness within the robot. I sense it now. I can solidify the psionic attack. Sorry. If I can solidify the psionic contact, perhaps take control.
Alarm. Alarm. Mutant foe attempting telepathic domination of this unit. Darn straight, hombre. Go for broke, lady. Nail this walking junk pile. Who said that? Unknown element present on eternal command nets. Immediate elimination mandated.
I think it's Havoc.
Nice try, babe. But all you did was make him mad. Oh, back in a second.
Sure, man. This Master Mold also looks really cool. Thinking about it from like a toy point of view. Any good generic robot with that sort of, skinny around the thighs, skinny around the hips and rib cage, but with some good shoulder pads, you could probably make a custom 3D print of that head and then paint it up real good. But you could make a nice Master Mold to add to a collection of this sort of shape-changing version of Master Mold. I think it looks very, very, very cool. I mean, I want a Master Mold, so I want to make one.
Yes.
Out of like spare parts of other robots. Like maybe a junky Transformer from the Michael Bay movies.
Metroplex.
Metroplex. He's very blocky.
He is, that's true, but he's kind of big.
Yeah, but if you get like a Michael Bay Transformer, get a custom head, you could paint it up in that sort of light purple, and it would probably work really well.
Mm-hmm. Robots ain't supposed to get mad. Ugh. Petey sounds pretty shaky, but he ain't even dented it. Bless him. I will be fine, Rogue, I think. Is that letter? Is that... As
What?
my body stops ringing. Ain't got that kind of time, sugar. Sorry about this, but since you're in no shape to use your power, I hope you won't mind borrowing it. Someday, sweetie, I just gotta find a way to smooch that don't instantly zap the guy I'm smooching. Since I've absorbed Petey's armored body and strength, he's just flesh and blood till the effect wears off and that all reverts. So you keep the big galoot safe, long shot here.
Okay.
Ow, 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 ow. Ugh. One big bruise all over, I bet. Some major tumble I took. Wonder how things are going up top. Can I stand? Got to. Others may need me. Ow! In the pocket of my jacket, the Siege Perilous crystal. Forgotten I'd stuffed it here. Hands bleeding, same as before. When the crystal projected an image of my death.
I also really like this panel, the fourth panel, where it's her in shadow in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way that it creates by placing that where he does, and then the open space behind her, it creates like the sense that you're in a crater. You can kind of, it just by these simple choices of pooling areas of black, putting her in silhouette, and then making her hair lit. It just makes it read really, really quickly, even though you don't have a lot of room to draw. He's very good at this. At that moment, miles overhead, and why have they not used this technique before? Because it's so darn good.
Okay, y'all, keep that robot busy so he doesn't spot me coming till it's way too late. Punch up full speed, which is plenty darn fast. Adding that to the attractive force of Earth's gravity, setting off sonic booms as I break the sound barrier. Adding all that to the armored mass I absorb from Colossus should make me the functional equivalent of a pretty impressive little meteor. Geronimo, sucker!
The team should have been obliterated.
Yeah, seriously. The team should be...
I just destroyed New York City.
Yeah, that's it. That's what happened. Wow! Blew that sucker into teeny tiny pieces. Massive systems dysfunction. Them's the breaks. Unknown presence continues on main command nets. Why not? They're my command nets. I'm Nimrod. Do you kill it? Did you kill it? I sure hope so. Definitely don't want to go through that experience. For crying out loud. Unit reintegration initiated. Assimilating new formative material into core physical structure.
It feels like the dust is moving toward him now. Like he's like pulling. It's really, really good.
How the heck you can't beat something that keeps putting itself back together? Maybe by sending it somewhere it can't do any more harm. Could that be why I've been carrying around this crystal? We sent the Reavers to the Siege Perilous. Maybe the same trick will work against Master Mold. Warning. Pan-dimensional portal now operational. Within close proximity of this unit. Immediate countermeasures mandated. What do you know? It worked. Got the portal open. Gold star for that, Daz. The robot don't look too terribly anxious to take the trip. Appears he's going to need a little helping hand. Send him on his way. Yo, hombre. We're both robots, correct? Anonymity. Scanalysis confirms identity as subordinate module Nimrod. Shoot, Nimrod's mold. Shoot, Mold's anchored himself. But communication patterns are inconsistent with core programming matrix. He grabbed me. Metal's too tough. I can't bust loose. Dazzler, blast him. Rogue, I can't. Let me cut you free. That's what he wants, don't you see? To waste time and energy saving me. I figure I'm history out of the way, girl. At least let me take Master Psylocke, hear my thoughts. Tell Allie forget about me. Destroy Master Mold. This is our only chance. Do it. Rogue, please, there's got to be another way. Been wondering about that inconsistency. Conundrum. If the X-Men can only be detected by living entities, and this unit, the Nimrod Master Mold synthesis, can detect them, we must in some sense be alive. But robots are machines. They cannot have life. Forgive me, Rogue. If we have life, we are no longer purely a machine. That means we've evolved beyond the technological plane. We have, in a word, mutated. Query, why is Slave Module Nimrod doing this? That's it, girl. Go, go, go. One word says all. I'm nobody's slave. Your programming mandates the destruction of all mutants, Master Mold. Affirmative. You yourself are now a mutant. Affirmative. Fulfill Prime Directive. Rogue! My force beam must have blown them both through the crystal. Oh, please, no, please, no, please, no. She's gone. Oh, Rogue, what have I done? What have I done?
Can we stop for a minute at that?
Sure.
We have to come back and talk about this. There really isn't much left to get through in the issue, but we got to come back and talk about the weight of it. Or should we talk about it now?
Sure.
So for months, Chris Claremont has been writing Rogue and Alison Blair, actually for years, as antagonists with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that Rogue tried to kill Dazzler in Dazzler's own series, and the two have always been a little bit on edge around each other. Setting it up so that Dazzler is the one that has to make this move. It is excellent. It's like a great writing choice. Right. The other X-Men are essentially incapacitated by the heroic act that Rogue commits, and it's down to Dazzler to have to basically sacrifice this person who she thinks she kind of hates.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the drama is really it's really good. I only wish that maybe they had turned the volume up on it a tiny bit. Where I know Inferno got in the way, but maybe for the last 4 or 5 issues, have them really really bring their conflict to the forefront, so that I don't know, so that it makes this even more heightened that Dazzler is the one to do this, that their Havoc isn't available, no one else. Storm can't do the shooting. It has to be Dazzler, and they now have. She has to forgive her, right, for trying to kill her after that. Mm-hmm. Dazzler has to forgive Rogue, I mean. And now Rogue has a reason to maybe hate Dazzler, or maybe not. But Rogue is telling her to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a heroic moment. I dig it a lot. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I'm trying to think now. When they fought when they in San Francisco.
Yep.
They fought against the
Marauders.
Thank you, the Marauders. And was it Rogue who saved Dazzler, or Dazzler saved Rogue from drowning?
Right. Rogue was pinned to the metal, wasn't she?
I think so. And Dazzler cut her out?
Yeah.
So there's a nice history of them doing, being there for each other in the moments where it matters. So it's a nice symmetry here.
And there was some conflict too, because Rogue was flirting with Longshot.
Yeah. Oh, and wearing Dazzler's clothes.
Right. Mm-hmm. I wish that was actually a stronger part of all the stories, truthfully. now that I know that this is where it went, to really make this like the end of an era of Rogue and have it be at Dazzler's hand. Like, I think it's some good poetry there. I'm pleased with it. I just think they could have heightened it up and then maybe get Longshot out of the way because he's been a distraction.
Sure,
like
but at least now he does realize he's useless, so that's good.
Anyway, that was good. I dig this.
Oh yeah, big moment, and look at that, like that, third last panel there. Like,
yep,
she gets sucked in.
She's flushed down the toilet like a goldfish.
Yep. That's right, like a Mondo.
She's
like
gone
a Mondo
now.
Dumpo.
Mondo Dumpo for
In the Siege Perilous.
20 issues.
Wow.
She's gone, dude.
So wild.
Like, Wolverine never said goodbye. Like, no one got to say goodbye to her at all. She just ripped from their life. Yeah, I'm really hoping this adds some drama. And we get to hear them talk about her, like, pour one out for Rogue next issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens on the next page. Oh, she's gone.
Later. Let's see. We got.
I think. That's Tessa.
I'm not sure which one's which. I haven't read through this enough.
I think so. He doesn't talk to the senator for a while.
But who's the first one speaking?
The senator is?
No, I meant like the first one to speak. Is that Shaw or Tessa?
I think it's Tessa because they say destroyed Shaw. So
okay. There you go. Please, do you want to be Tessa? Because I'm Shaw.
The robot who initiated this conflict appears to have been completely destroyed, Shaw. Witnesses reported identifying itself as Master Mold.
A sentinel?
That determination is impossible based on current data. No trace as well remains of the super beings who fought it.
How uncharacteristically shy.
None of the witnesses appears to have any direct recollection of what they looked like or their names. Further, there are no images of them on any photographs or videotapes taken of the battle.
Intriguing. My compliments, Tessa. As always, a most comprehensive report.
Property damage was extensive, but fatalities confined to a single individual.
Sharon Kelly.
Yes.
Robert, I know how inadequate words must. Oh, my dear friend, I'm so sorry. If there's anything...
That hunter system we spoke of, Sebastian. Go ahead with it, full steam. Whatever federal support Project Nimrod requires, I'll guarantee it gets. Whatever it takes, I swear on my wife's graves. This carnage must end.
So, like, they're creating a Nimrod project that's coming to the future to be Nimrod. That comes back in time and kills that guy's wife.
Yeah. That's so smart.
That is crazy. Let's talk art for a second. On panel 2, do you see as Shaw's leg fades into the dust, or as Tessa's jacket fades into the dust, there is a crisscrossing of like cross-hatching, but that's with a brush. And this is reminiscent of like a technique that Liefeld always tries and never does right. This works perfectly when these guys do it. Dan Green is a gosh darn pro. It's a good technique, but you have to use it. You have to execute properly. Anyway, just noting. Good page.
Good page. Good, nice colors too. The blues.
Yeah, and now it's going to get really weirder. You ready?
Do it.
I don't even know where to begin. Poor baby. Life can be so hard. Makes me like to cry. I quite agree, Robert. Believe me, my friend, you won't regret this decision.
Have you no respect? The man has just lost the wife he dearly loved.
Spare me the hearts and flowers, Slim. There's plenty more where she came from. Shall see to that. Wonder how the senator'd feel to learn that his bosom buddy happens to be a mutie himself.
In good time, Bonebreaker. Perhaps we shall inform him.
How can you be certain, Pierce, that the X-Men were involved? The robot may have been clearly visible on our monitors. Those he fought were not.
Take my word for it, Lady Deathstrike. Those were indeed the X-Men.
And don't you worry none about us finding them, sweetness, because we know where they live.
Indeed, we do. And knowing that, knowing as well how they think and fight, together with the capability of taking them completely by surprise, will enable us, my friends, to destroy them.
He's scary, Nanny.
He is Donald Pierce, Peter, the Hellfire Club's renegade White King. And you do well, young man, to watch your step around him. Poor little mutants, in the deadliest of danger.
We gonna help him?
What a bright and generous boy you are, Peter. Soon, my orphan maker, you'll have lots of new friends to play with. Because whether they like it or not, we are going to save the X-Men.
Next, the cradle will fall.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What is this?
Oh, well, not only is it characters watching a TV,
Right.
Okay, that's pretty obnoxious.
Sure.
We are introduced to two tiers of villains, like the same page, that are watching each other. It's so strange. So yes, Kelly and Shaw and Tessa are, in the carnage or in the rubble there, and
yes.
Project Nimrod is going to move forward. That's like a fair ending. Now, foreshadow. Clearly, the Reavers are back and they're coming.
Yes.
Donald Pierce, we met in the Hellfire Club back in the Dark Phoenix saga. He had a cyborg arm back then. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen Lady Deathstrike in this series since, I believe, 205, when she, in the episode the issue called Wounded Wolf.
Yes, that's right, with Barry Windsor Smith.
Barry Windsor Smith art, one of the best X-Men comics probably of all time, best Wolverine stories of all time, where he and Katie Power...
Power Pack, yeah.
Yeah, Power Pack fame run through New York at Christmas, I think, or somewhere like that. And a great issue. So we haven't seen her in a long time. And Bonebreaker, who you and I both know from the Marvel Legends and from the last time he was in this series, is like his lower torso, or his lower half, is like a mini tank.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go kill the X-Men. Okay, great. That's really cool. Then you get this whole thing where Orphan Maker and Nanny are watching them on a secret monitor. Mm-hmm. And who are they? So they are characters created by Walt and Louise Simonson. They were in X Factor. And essentially, there is like a little lady who wants to take care of mutant children. And she will orphan them to then make them in her collection of children.
Okay.
So it's weird. I do find it very uninspired, having a Humpty Dumpty villain. Mm-hmm. Some people, have a nostalgia for them, but the fact that they didn't make it onto the cartoon, or didn't make it into action figure, or didn't make it.
Where's the Marvel Legend of this thing?
Well, people, you ever watch Robo and the Rewind, or the Fwoosh back in the day? So Robo has been making these. He loves making stuff, right? So he's been making a Nanny and Orphan Maker, and he's taking it pretty far. It's pretty funny. So I guess we're going to see them again, and this was again at the end of my time reading comics at 14, 15, and if an issue had them in it, I was just automatically not reading it. Just did not interest me at all.
Right.
I did read the mail.
Okay.
There is some funny stuff in there, and people really getting into certain things or not liking certain things. There was one line I wanted to find for you. There was no location that had me excited like last time, someone from my actual neighborhood.
Right, yeah.
There is one person who writes, it's the letter in the last column on this page. And Annette Bowden, she was really unhappy with how things have gotten over sexualized. And she's like trying to say, you know, like, well, even to the point where Peter's drawing a portrait of Betsy in the buff, like, dial it back, everybody, you know?
Right.
She's just, please try to clean things up. Professor X never would have had these kinds of loose standards. It was kind of fun. But there was one joke or one statement someone makes. I should have put a highlighter on this to find it. I should not have put a highlighter, of course. Yeah, I guess if I don't have it off the top of my head, I shouldn't make everyone stop here. But anyway, you need to just hear everyone's taste and things, whether they're liking it or not. People, some are really, really enjoying Inferno. Yeah, it's funny. There you go. So what do you think of this issue, Chris?
I mean, you know, the fact that Rogue has been sucked into the Siege Perilous and is gone, and none of the other X-Men talk about it or haven't had a chance to talk about it is kind of strange.
Yes.
And a bit feels, I mean, yes, the Rogue Dazzler moment is nice, but no acknowledgement of this event, this thing that has taken place is strange. Definitely ending on this very strange end note with multiple baddies twirling their mustaches and whatever it is. But I'm, you know, but overall, I think the design of Master Mold, there's some really cool, some great art in this issue.
I think so too.
Really fantastic art. And you know, like, I mean, I think the payoff is better than like when it started, like when it's like Nimrod finds the piece and like, now I'm this thing. We're all like, what is going on here? Right. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was all right.
So the line that I wanted was this one person, Cho Lee, is writing from San Diego, is writing about a different approach to the X-Men fighting. Why don't they combine their powers more? You know, like they did in this issue. And then he says, I actually don't know if Cho's male or female. So Cho says, I really would like to see Wolverine cut more guts. Like, yeah, okay. Cut more guts, Wolverine. I like that.
Cut guts.
Ali says, in reference to, I think, my comment about Nanny's design, uninspired is a good word for it, same as the uninspired cliche of whether they like it or not. Next she'll say, no offense, but, or don't take this the wrong way. Is that what I was talking about?
She may be talking, that might be in reference to the Jubilee speak.
Oh, Jubilee speak? Okay. Ali says, oh, she's unhappy now. Wait till... Oh, this writer, yeah. She's unhappy now. Wait till she meets Jim Lee. Most girls had glamour magazines for their body dysmorphia. I had Jim Lee art. Yeah, he draws... I mean, so does Silvestri, but Jim Lee does take it to a whole other level, especially here. Jim Lee's just they're wild. But what an artist, holy smokes. So we're gonna get some good comics coming up. Excited for that. What did I want to add, Chris? Do you remember? I like this issue. I'm into it.
Okay.
And I really want to see some kind of reaction to Rogue's passage through. So, Master Mold, Nimrod, they're now evolved into a new being. They go into the Siege Perilous. Fast forward 10 years or whatever it is, and let's just go take a turn to X-Men 97.
Yeah.
They go through that thing. They're now one being. They in X-Men 97, they come out back in time, and they have merged with a biological being, which is Bastion's father.
Right.
But Bastion has these inherited things, and that sentiment of him now being a living thing that is unique. And that the X-Men, of course, in the show turn that on him and say, like, you are a mutant too. Like, you're one of us at the end of that season. That's kind of where he was leading it there. But this is where Bastion comes from. Like, you don't get Bastion as a character unless you have Master Mold, Nimrod, and the Siege Perilous. So it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, wild stuff. Weird and wild stuff. This was last week's episode, which I did on my own. It was really lonely without you, I gotta say. And I made sure that I was only comfortable doing it if Colossus had a very minimal part. And I did Colossus's voice without breaking once. So thank you. Really good looking issue. I don't know if I'm assuming you didn't watch it because I know you're a busy dude and all, but it's neat to see Jim Lee. It's like the thing he drew first before he drew the one that everyone credits him as being the first X-Men. He drew this just before that. But I actually don't have proof. I just have another website that says, yes, that is the case, but I couldn't find what their sources either. No interview. I couldn't find something to corroborate that, but cool to see early on Jim Lee art, especially look at the use of like Zipatone there on Storm's face, and it's so good. Very cool. It was nice to do that one. I'm looking forward to next issue. Of course, is accredited as the first Jim Lee X-Men.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna spoil. I think I have it right here, don't I? Did you take it, Chris? You take my call? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna spoil. I'm just gonna show you the first page. It's like the beginning of an era. You ready?
Blow my mind.
Here it is.
Sure. Oh.
Right away.
Yeah.
No. Double snap your zits, Chris.
Yeah.
But right away, we are getting into Jim Lee X-Men next week. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Nice.
Good times. Jim Lee X-Men. It's here.
It's here.
In bits. I mean, he doesn't take over full time for a while, but
yeah. And then when he starts doing story, oh wow, hang on for the ride.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. We're going to be stopping, going, hold on, what's happening? Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, of course. Matt says, yeah, we can just say the first Jim Lee on Uncanny, which is totally an accurate way. I'm interested in not just like how we credit it, but just this idea of the beginning of the thing that changes it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's this title, that title, like it
accelerates.
He's a phenomenon.
Yeah,
and,
it accelerates to a whole new place.
Yeah. We wouldn't have the show that we're getting in March or February without him as being part of that connective tissue.
Totally.
Yeah, very cool. Anything else you want to talk about before we call it a night, sir?
No, I think we're good.
You don't want to see me open an action figure. It's.
I've seen you open action figures.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with my X-Acto or my.
You are. It's very soothing.
I like that, like you said before, you just come with an assault rifle and a pretty big gun there, big pistol. And I'm excited about that. You can't really see on the inside there, but that Jean Grey head has her hair up in that big bun.
Yeah.
Peregrines.
Oh, there you go.
I often think about how women wear their hair up like that with some body to it, not just pulled tight. But I've told you this before, but I watched a lot of Downton Abbey to see women around the wartime in Britain and how they were wearing their hair. That is interesting to look at, not just practical, but like if I got to draw it over and over again, I want to draw something interesting. So I'm excited to have like a reference, a 3D model reference for full women's hair in a bun. It's
cool.
Anyway. The things that make this happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know who won the Leaf game?
I do.
Who?
The Leafs.
Yes!
7-4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were up like 5-2, and then they ended up 7. But Matthew scored 2 more. So
excellent. I can't wait. I'll watch the highlights at 11.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Very, very cool.
And then we're back at it tomorrow night in terms of the Jays. So there you go.
Yeah, that was a tough weekend.
It was.
Very tough weekend.
It was.
But
Are the Jays going to win tomorrow? Cody asks. Here's hoping, pal. Here's hoping.
I have no way of predicting it.
What I'm interested in seeing is, so it's definitely like, if you're going to have a home away from home that's not Toronto, it's Seattle, because of the amount of fans that come down from British Columbia, from Vancouver area, and cross the border and take in games. So what was interesting is that whether the Jays were going to play Seattle or Detroit, which of course is another cross-border city, right on the other of Windsor, just on the other edge, it was going to be flooded with Jays fans. So I'm curious to see, because in New York in that series they did a ticket restriction to, right? It was all based on Ticketmaster and like where your location is, and there was the 5 states around New York City. I don't know if Seattle's even attempting that, or they're just going to like roll with however it happens. But it's usually pretty raucous in Seattle when Toronto comes to play. So I'm hoping, hey man, maybe that can lead to some good outcomes. They need to, they like just uninspired the last 2 games. They just kind of,
Yeah, it will make for better baseball if the Jays win the next game.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it'll make a better story either way.
Course.
Yeah, a sweep is not a fun series. But let's hope they put up a fight and they win the next 4 in a row.
And we all know you're all pulling for our Jays too. So thanks X-Men crowd.
For sure. And that brings us to the end of another episode. I want to thank my good buddy, writer of Group of 7, Most Secret Tail and Peregrine, Flight Students, Fisticuffs, Chris Hannigan. Thank you, Chris.
A pleasure.
You can find out more about our comics and upcoming appearances at groupof7comics.ca, and follow us at Group of 7 Comics on social media. Please click like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with us your take on this issue, or any X-Men comics for that matter, in the comments section below. Go dig out your old back issues, trade paperbacks, essentials, omnibuses, DVD-ROMs, bootlegs, or hop on an app and read along with us next week on Previously in X-Men. Thank you, and stay Xy. Bubs.
Mondo Dumbo.